Hi guys, welcome back. Kia Sangria here. New setup for tonight. I have some stuff going on in my hallway right now, so I'm in my living room to stream. Let me know how you guys like it. Maybe I will try to incorporate my living room more into my streams. So we're just gonna hop right in. If you're new here, thank you so much for coming. If you've been here for a bit, thanks so much for coming back. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're gonna continue with working with Butterick 5935 corset top, and we are working on view A. So where I left off last night is I had actually attached one part of the bias binding. Well, rather I pinned it. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and go through and finish up this side. But if you're new here, this is what we made. So at this point in time, both the lining and the fashion layer are joined together. We're just gonna go ahead and sew the binding onto it to seal the deal. I hope you guys are well today. I'm so happy it's Thursday. I feel like this week has just been entirely too long. If you're out there, let me know how your day has been. Work was pretty okay for me today, so I'm really happy about that. It was an easier day. Oh my god, is that a commercial? I thought this was like a live stream mix. I'm sorry, guys. I did not realize there were commercials on this. Fun fact, when I'm actually sewing like off of my streams, I actually listen to like a lot of like murder podcasts. My favorite is the Female Criminals podcast. That's what I usually listen to when I sew. So this music that you guys are getting right now, I don't usually listen to this when I'm making anything. So I've just attached the bias binding to the bottom of the corset. So I'm just going to cut away some of the excess material here and then fold it over. Well, that looks good enough for me. So now I'm just going to flip the bias over and then fold it under. This is a tiny bit time consuming. Okay, so due to the length, or rather the width of this bias binding, I don't think it's actually going to show on the outside of the bottom of this, which isn't really a problem. But that just tells me that this strip that I purchased wasn't wide enough. So it looks like I made a mistake there, but it's fine if it doesn't show. As long as it's a similar color as the lining, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I think what's going to happen here is I'm just going to do a top stitch all the way around. Okay, so I've gone ahead and folded the bias binding over, or rather under in this case. As you can see, it doesn't really show at the bottom of the corset top, but it does show on the back. I originally intended for this to kind of show on the outside, but it's really okay if it doesn't. The purpose of the bias binding really is to just kind of keep the raw edges hidden. So as long as the raw edges are taken care of, I'm satisfied. Going forward, next time I'll just need to make sure that I purchase a bias binding that's a little bit wider than what I have here. Yeah, this is the width of the bias binding that I purchased. I should have gone for something. I think this is 1/4 an inch. It doesn't actually say, but I think if I had went with something that's like 1 inch, actually, what is this? Yeah, so this is 1/2 inch. So I should have gone for a full inch of bias binding, but not complaining. It's totally fine. So now I'm just going to go ahead and just top stitch through the bias binding to finish off the bottom, and then we'll move on to the top. Hype in the chat. Thank you, Strawberry Paper Doll. Thanks so much for coming through. I just figured out that the bias binding that I purchased for this project just wasn't wide enough, but it's okay because I really just want to seal the ugly raw edges. But I'm stuck with 36 yards of bias binding that I'm just really not 100% sure how I'm going to actually use, but I'm sure it'll eventually come in handy again. Okay, so once I'm done with this project, this needle has to go because I can already see that it's so worn out. Strawberry, what are your Christmas plans? Are you doing anything fun? I'll be fully honest, I haven't even put my tree up yet. I'll probably do that this weekend. And I haven't wrapped anything, and I don't plan to because I already know what I got. Halfway through this. Okay. All right, so this is the bottom. The bottom is now completed. So I'm happy with that. The stitching came out pretty even. So even though the bias binding that I bought doesn't show on the outside, I'm actually really happy with how the stitching looks like that. So that's fine with me. So the next thing I'm going to do is everything that I did for the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and do for the raw edges at the top here. So I'm not really looking forward to because there's so many like curves and stuff on the top, but the only way out is through. So just gonna move all this stuff out of the way. Okay, before I get started, I'm actually just gonna cut these straight threads because I'm terrible at doing that. Just gonna lower this music. I feel like it's a little too loud. There we go. I feel like that's better. I don't know. Let me know if the music's too loud. I feel like it is. Okay, I'm just cutting off these stray threads so that they're not showing. Mm. I kind of want to like, instead of pinning this, I kind of want to just start sewing through it, but that's fine. We can hear you over it. Thank you. I kind of want to just sew this on as I go because just I'm gonna try it, guys. Like I'm either gonna get through this. How much thread does my bobbin have? Okay. I think I'm just gonna lay the. I don't even suggest doing this, but I don't want to go through the horrors of having to pin this again. So I think I'm gonna try to sew this on as I go instead of trying to clip and pin it. And I guess we'll just see where we end up. Let's just see. Maybe it'll work. Maybe this will work a lot better. I don't know. I don't know unless I try. So we're just gonna figure it out together. Oh gosh. I normally would not do this, but that is really a commercial. Okay, I am skipping. This is really scary, guys. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I think it should be okay, though. Okay, it's these curves. These curves are what's really gonna see the definitely. This looks so weird right now. Okay, so now I gotta backtrack because it wasn't even on the fabric at that point. Got through one curve. So let's see if we can get through the others. This looks so weird. I wish you guys could see what I see because this looks so strange to me right now. But I think I got it. There's so much pivoting involved in sewing this right now. 10 out of 10 do not like. Backtrack because I got off of the fabric. I'll just unwound some more of this. almost through like the last part of this. All right, guys, so this part is done. I'm pretty sure if I didn't do this, I would probably still be pinning it right about now. So here's how it looks. So I'm just gonna kind of flip this up and then clip it, and then we'll sew through it, same as how we did for the bottom. So it looks weird, but I think it'll be fine. Let's just see. So I'm just gonna cut away the excess fabric. That'll create bulk. Yeah, I think it'll be the same issue here too with having to just top stitch. Don't mind it though, it's fine. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to end up top stitching the top of this, just like I did for the bottom. So the bias binding may not show, but that's a-okay with me. I'm really looking forward to wearing this. Oh gosh, I hope I have enough clips. Let's just pull all these out. Okay, it's a little bulky over here, so I'm just going to cut some of this off. Okay. A little bit of bulk over here, so I'm going to cut the excess off of this too. I'm noticing even when I just kind of like gently roll it, it kind of folds into place. So I'm really not getting any type of resistance right now, which is awesome. All right, so all of this is now pinned. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 clips left. I almost had to use these. So. All right. Now I'm literally just going to go through and do the same thing I did for the bottom to the top now. Have a conundrum because I see that my thread is almost gone and I'm wondering if it's going to last me through this. Oof, this is scary. Let's just see. Okay, I might have to actually run to my table and grab like a different color thread. See if I hopefully have something that's similar to this one. I'm cutting it so close with this right now. So one of the things I need to have for the next stream is like a little basket next to me that has other materials other than what you see on the table. I think that would really be helpful. My thread is almost gone. All right, that was the end of my thread. So put clip in this. All right, so this is how much we got through before my little bit of thread gave out on me. Let's see. I think I have another thread that's similar in color. Let's check and see if I have that. 1 second, guys. I don't know about anybody else, but I keep threads in like a little baggie. I think I may have something similar to what we're using currently. I have this dark brown thread. That won't look too bad, actually. What we have here is more of a gold. Okay, so I do have other gold threads, but they're way too light. So I think this dark brown is what's going to have to do for the rest of this project. So I'm just going to unwind my bobbin. Ooh. Gonna damn near lose my bobbin. Finish unraveling this. So I'm just going to reload my bobbin with this brown thread, and then we're going to pick up where we left off if there's time. Mm-hmm. Kind of impressed because I don't think I've ever run out of like actual thread while making something. So let's see if we can get this going. All right, I think this should be enough to help us get through this part at least. All right, see if we can pick up right where we left off. Josh just joined. Can't wait to see the finished product and the picture of you and your honey is so cute. Thank you so much. I always forget that that picture is there, and then when I'm on like live or something like that talking to someone, they're like, "Oh my god, you guys are so cute," and I'm just like, "Who are you talking about?" Because it's just me, and then I remember that the photo is there in the background. So thank you. I'm super excited to be done with this. I'm actually going to make a whole big post about it because in 2014, December 15th, I actually purchased this pattern for the first time. And that was the first time that I had tried it. And I just couldn't, I didn't even make it this far. So it's really funny to like all the way December 2020, try using this pattern again. And now I figured it out. So it's kind of like that eureka moment. So super excited to make this and even more excited to kind of talk about it because the me from 2014 only dreamed of like making this, and now the me from 2020 is actually doing it. This pattern is kind of a pain, but you know what? I'm really liking how it's coming out so far, so maybe it'll be like the first of many. Who knows? But I do have other corset patterns that I have to like try out. So maybe we'll make another corset top. That's inspiring as well. Thank you. Yeah, you know, it's really funny when I went through like my Etsy cart because that's where I buy most of my patterns, and I like just kind of went through patterns that I purchased just to see like, okay, what did I buy that I haven't made yet? Because I'm trying to make some of the things that I already bought patterns for, and I found this one. And it's like, wow, I bought it all the way back in like 2014. Wasn't capable of making it. I even bought it in like the incorrect size too. So that just tells you how much I knew about my own measurements at that time. And now I know how to properly measure myself so I can make things that fit. But I also just have the skill too. So now here I am like making it all these years later after fumbling the first pattern that I purchased. I don't know. Sometimes like the universe is just like, hey, no, but no doesn't mean like no forever. It just kind of means like not right now because I really wanted to have this top back then and I wanted to like make it. And the universe is just like, not right now. And now here I am like making it on camera for you guys. And I never foresaw that either back when I first bought this pattern, that I would even make it, let alone make it in front of like other people. So, but also that means, you know, thank you guys so much for coming through to watch this. So it's done partially. So here's the top, and then here's the bottom, and then here's like the inside. So here's the inside, and then here's the outside. So the next thing that I have to do, besides cut this long thread off this reel, is I actually have to kind of do the same thing to like these sides right here. And then the last step in making this would be to put the grommets in, and then we're done. So I think, I know I said it last week, but we should be done with this by next Thursday for sure. But here's how it's looking like so far. Give you guys a close up. Yeah, so this is like the outside. And then this is the inside. So you see the inside's all nice and neat. The boning channels are hidden. So yeah. So since I got away with just putting the binding on this and not pinning it down, I'm actually just going to go ahead and do the same thing with the ends. And it's it's 7:55, so that'll probably be the last thing that I do with you guys. And then we'll come back here next Tuesday and finish this off. So just gonna sew the first part. And if you're interested in another stream, I am going to be posting a poll on my Instagram story soon to figure out what the next project is going to be. So make sure you're following me on Instagram at Kia Sangria NY, and we can vote on the next project that you guys will get to see me make. Once again, you guys can also make this project too. In the description box, I list where you can purchase the pattern and all the materials you need to make this. So we can finish this part up next week. I'm just going to go ahead and sew through this side, and then that's where we will leave it at tonight. This looks so clean. Thank you. Yeah, once again, 2015 or 2014 me I couldn't do any of this. I couldn't do any of this. And I couldn't do any of it. Like none of it. None of it would be happening right now. But I spent like all of 2020 just making things that like I finally have the experience and I have the knowledge to make things. So what's next for me actually is I asked for a bunch of sewing books for Christmas from my mother-in-law so that I can learn to start making patterns and sewing things for like other people. Because so many people have asked me, hey, do you take commissions? And I really don't. But I wouldn't mind making like small things here and there for some people. So I'm going to be doing a lot of studying in 2020. And maybe I'll talk about that like after this stream is over, after this project is complete, and then tell you guys about my plans and then share with you some of the resources I'll be using in case anybody else is interested in doing the same thing. I'm not a pro at this. I'm just sharing what I know. Thank you guys so much for like coming through to like watch this and vibe. I really appreciate it. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna spend some time cutting all these loose threads because again, I have a bad habit of just leaving the loose threads where they are and not cleaning up a damn thing when I make something. But I'm trying to be better at making sure that my garments look good on the outside and on the inside. Let's just get rid of these yucky loose threads because they serve no purpose. They just look bad. All right, guys, it's almost 8 o'clock, but here's where we are. I'm so excited. This is the outside. Like, once again, I'm super gagged over this. And then this is like the inside. 2 projects ago, like my corset insides didn't even look like this. So like I'm constantly having like glow ups when it comes to making this stuff, guys. It's looking great. Thank you. Yeah, I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm super excited about this. But thank you guys so much for coming through. Sorry, I disappeared to get scrubbed. No worries. Get your food. I'm actually about to go eat dinner now. I already cooked dinner. It's just literally waiting on the stove for me to go eat it. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciated having you. And I will be back here at 7 p.m. on Tuesday next week. So I will see you then. If you want to see more updates from me and other projects that I'm working on, because I started a new project this morning, that I haven't posted about yet, but I probably will tomorrow. So I am making other things like in between this. So go ahead, head over to my Instagram and my other social media channels, and I will see you guys here at 7 p.m. next Tuesday. Good night.